Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Women will compete for certain men. And yeah, I've been following me a while. Y'all know I mean select men. But this is something getting deeper into the psychology of women. In fact, some people have seen some of these dynamics. Put a 1 in the comments if you've seen a situation where a woman might have ignored you. Like you tried to holler at that woman, you spit that game. Shoot, you been hitting the gym. Shoot, you let the barber bless you. You got on that nice cologne. You got that drip right, everything. Your mouthpiece is very good, but the woman rejects you. She just wasn't feeling you. Okay. And since you've been following me, it ain't a big deal. Shoot, rejection, okay. She's saving you some time. Okay. You just move on. Then you go holler at this other woman. The other woman's receptive. Shoot, you say something corny and she laughing. All right, that's cool. And you good to go. I mean, and put a 1 into the comments if you had a situation where the first woman who rejected you starts coming after you. Think about it. And some people will call it pre-selection, whatever, but it's still the same principle. And it comes down to one thing. Women will compete for certain men. Understand something. Women are very competitive. Women are competitive, but they're just not competitive in the way most men think. Or see, a lot of men, if you say, oh, women are competitive, they thinking they're going to do it just like men. No, they do it differently. Women compete for attention. If you want to see some women act funky, let 2 of them wear the same dress to a function and watch how they behaving. Or especially if one wears a nice little black dress to a function, but then somebody else is there in the same exact dress and then looks better than her. She's going to be funky. And see, it's a very primal thing. See, women, just like men want to spread their seed, women want certain seeds. And they will compete with that man for it. That's why a lot of times when a man cheats on a woman, yeah, they'll blame the man, call him a no good cheater, but the smarter women will go after the other woman. Because they know they competing for that seed. They competing for that man's attention. They compete with each other. That's why, seriously, like I knew a woman, and I think some women have actually done it. They will pretend like they with a man to get another woman jealous, and it works so much. I think some women have actually charged to do that, to be the wing woman or something. It works like a champ because they are competitive. See, they're competing for it, and see, their competition, the way they compete is just being able to draw more attention in the room. That's why a lot of women, when they get married, and just look at this yourself and think about it. It's rare one of the bridesmaids will outshine the bride. Rare. I knew a woman who did that. She didn't want this woman's supposed to be her friend, but she didn't want this woman to be a bride. She invited her to the wedding, but didn't want her to be a bridesmaid. And you kind of understood when, I caught the groom staring at this woman, the woman who wasn't invited to be a bridesmaid. But then when I saw the actual bridesmaid, I was like, yeah, everybody will pay attention to the bride. But it's a real thing. It's a real thing. And see, what I'm telling you is not try to play the game of, try to act like some other woman coming after you like that, if none are. If some is, well, let her know there's other women. In fact, let me go on a tangent before I get to my main point in all of this. Some dudes, they might, or rather it is a situation where a man might just tell a woman, I got a girlfriend or something, and she don't care. She know it, she's seen it. In fact, there's a whole lot of women out there, they would actually much rather prefer to pull a man from a situation. That's how competitive. I mean, it's like if the man said he was single, didn't have a girlfriend, didn't have a wife, they'd be like, As soon as he say he got a wife, please. In fact, I did a video before talking about that. I did a video talking about the wedding ring. Just look it up in the archives, y'all. Shit. Wedding rings are magnetic. I mean, think about something. A woman knows a man has a wife. She saw the ring. He probably told her. But the women like that, they feel good just being able to pull them from the situation, or at least be able to get something from them, because they feel like they're beating that woman. In fact, many women will say, even when they dress, they ain't doing it for the men. Yeah, I kind of look at them like, yeah, really? But several women have said this. Always even if you take it with a grain of salt, pay attention to everything a woman say. Even if you think she's lying, or you think she ain't telling you everything, listen anyway. Don't follow, just take it in. And just a quick thing, and this is on some more advanced stuff, and please don't ask me to try to teach it to you. Sometimes if you really understand, not just women, but people, period, even what they lie about gives you an idea what they really want. If they lie about something, that could tell you a lot. But that takes a lot of training and stuff, and Rom don't have time for it. So, but here's the thing. You want to be the type of man that women want to compete for. And let me be clear, because I know somebody's, yeah, they want the Chads and Tyrones. No, they want that thorough man. They want that powerful man. Some people might call the man an alpha or something. And it's not always like the most handsome man either. It's that man who can hit on many cylinders. So they want that man who's just thorough. Yeah, he got a good body build. He at least fix up. He might not be that genetically handsome or perfect bone structure. He at least keep his shit sharp. You know, he thorough. He's a masculine. He thorough. He a leader. He ain't playing that shit. Women will compete for that type of guy. Even if they nervous or something, they'll figure out something. And they'll do it. Like, you might be on the job. How many of y'all been on a job? And how many of you think about it? Put a 2 in the comments for this one. How many of y'all been on a job or something and you seen the women competing? A job or a church, you might have seen this with a minister, some situation where the women are competing for that guy. Shout out cousin T-Tall, been on that office fuck file. Taking turns, trying to see who can get at them. That's just their nature. But if you ain't that type of guy who's fixed himself up, what good is it going to do you? Because you got to be the type of man that women want to compete for. They want to fight for. And I do mean fight too. Some women have fought. I remember one time, I think I had to mention this before. This woman wanted to fight a man's wife for him. And the man made it clear he didn't want the woman, but she's ready to fight the wife. That's how deep it is. When women want a man, they want a man. Even if he ain't trying to get at him, even if he ain't spitting game or anything like that. And it's not hard to be that man. Like some people get caught up, well, I don't look a certain, I ain't a certain height. Dude, that's the biggest bullshit. If you thorough, okay, make everything else about you thorough. Because women will get wet over a man who control his life. He moving through the world with authority. You can do that. Don't got nothing to do with your face or your height. Shoot, you can still build your body up. You can still develop yourself into that dominant man. And that's probably another video. Ain't nothing stop you. If your ass can think, if your ass can walk, you can do whatever. Because if you take an honest look at the men who really kick ass out, kick ass on all levels. All levels. Most of them ain't no fashion model motherfucker. Yeah, I'm gonna be raw like that. But you wanna be that certain man. That's my whole program. Is being thorough on multiple levels. Another way of saying it, shout out Master Yao and Yamache Morris, all levels of the house of the man. And all of every single thing. I don't care what it is, however you wanna look at it, 4 archetypes or just being that dude who can play ball. Like growing up, the thorough man was that dude who could play ball, still smart in school, good with the ladies, and could throw his fist. Any man can do that. Any man can do that. Any man who don't feel like he can because of his genetics or something, unless your genetics cause it to the point where you're mentally disabled, which means you probably not getting anything I'm saying anyway. So why are you watching this video or even understanding what I'm saying? or physically can't move around, there's no excuses. All right? Shoot, the women coming for you. All you have to do is pick and choose which ones you want. So anyway, though, they will compete, though. That's just their nature. That's their nature. Like I said, they'll do it in a passive way. They'll just do it in a passive way. That's why they will dress up, put the perfume on, you know, enhance the breastises. Shoot, unfortunately, get a BBL. Yeah, I got some on my women's channel about that. Oh, man. But anyway, yeah. So you want to be that type of man. That's my whole program. So anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.